Hi there YouTube, this is Kevin once again on the video. Today we have the unboxing of MacBook Pro, Apple MacBook Pro 16 inch, and I'll give you a complete overview of how the device is and a complete review on if you have to buy the device. If you're an Apple fan or a Windows fan, I'll get through all those topics that a normal user wants to go through. So do watch the video till the end. In the box, there is a 16-inch MacBook Pro, 96-watt USB-C power adapter, USB-C charge cable that is 2 meters long. And other paperworks include the sticker, the user manual, and the guide in how the device works. Now, if you're a techie type of person who would always go for the high-end devices and the high-end processor, the MacBook offers you two variants, that is the i7 and the i9. The current review that I'm doing is on an i7 processor with turbo boost up to 4.5 GHz with 12 MB shared L3 cache. Now, if you're going for the i9 processor, the same thing applies, but it has a turbo boost up to 4.8 GHz with an i9 Intel Core processor. Now, when you look into these type of things, when a person wants to use it for a daily need, daily requirement does not require a powerful device, but rather a more comfortable, user-friendly device. But when you're working into developing videos or applications, app development, and all these criteria require a more powerful device. Apple has done major changes throughout the year, from moving from different types of system, the build quality. And one major notice that was upgraded, I should say, was from the butterfly keyboard to the magic keyboard. Now, the main difference between butterfly and magic keyboard is that the sound that it gives. The butterfly keyboard used to give a more louder voice, but the magic keyboard is equally loud but comparatively low. So that is one major change that Apple has given us. And other than that, the backlight has improved, the ambient light sensor, and the forced touch trackpad. So the trackpad is has become more bigger in size, and it is more comfortable for the user to scroll around the screen, move from one end to the other end. As well as a significant change is that we have a signified escape key with the touch bar and the touch sensor, that's the touch ID sensor on the extreme right corner of the keyboard. It is very understandable that people go for the high end storage systems, but we do not have to look into that in a MacBook because of the iCloud feature. Although iCloud provides a monthly subscription of the required data, the Macs that come in a physical storage is up to 512 GB and 1 terabyte, that is upgradable up to 8 terabytes of storage. It is also holds in the memory of for 16 GB RAM, and that is also upgradable up to 32 GB RAM. So the processing speed increases as the RAM increases. So when you have a hard core application to run on your Mac, the memory makes it more smoother and easy to process the data. The main highlight of the device is the display. Oh my god, the display is amazing. Beautiful display with the 500 nits display features. So the 16-inch brings out the biggest Mac in the history of Macs, also leading to the most beautiful screen resolution with 3072 into 1920 native resolution at 226 pixels per inch with support for millions of colors, with a 500 nits display, a wide color P3, and a true color technology. Now the speaker also is a 6 speaker system with force cancelling woofers, wide stereo sound, supported for Dolby Atmos playback. The battery and the power has dynamically increased. So the MacBook Pro is up to 11 hours of wireless web movie playbacks and up to 30 days of standby time. But also it has a major thing, that is a built-in 100-watt-hour lithium polymer battery and a 96 USB-C power adapter. Now, oh my god, that is one fast charging. So I've been talking about different features of the MacBook, but how different is it for a Windows user? From Windows to Mac, I mean, it makes a lot of difference in the way that the processing and the complete environment, how the Windows and the Mac OS changes. Just as we know that when we change from Android to iOS, or either ways, we find it a little bit hard in the beginning stages to change, but later on it becomes more easy and user friendly. So one or two things that I want to really specify is the usage of Command, Alt, and other key elements that we use commonly in Windows user interface is completely different, or it is taken over by Command, Options, Control in the Mac OS. So that is one major feature in how the systems are different. Now, tell about the performance. Windows has its own positives and Mac has its own. And either ways, the system is completely new and different for a person who's changing from this to that or that to this. So I just want to say some major features of how Windows was and Mac OS is for me personally, because it's been a huge change for me, as I told earlier in the video. So I've been using the Mac for a couple of days now, and I found that it was very hard for me. All the steps I had to go through one by one. But after I came to know about the features, I mean, it was very easy and very user friendly. I felt just as how we are using, a normal person who uses a Windows interface keeps it a common thing to keep continuing in it, but changing in complete ecosystem that macOS provides is a new thing, a new place, a new environment to experience the things that macOS is in store for us. So a couple of things that macOS over the other systems and other features of the macOS is that the display, the screen size, the metal body, the features are spot on, the best I should say in the market. Although it comes for a huge price, but it's worth the price. Now, if you're planning to buy the device, I mean, if you're looking into a complete high-end device with a beautiful specs, I mean, hats off or hands down, you have to go for the Mac. But if you're looking for the same system, but with a little more a control or compromised processing systems, you can go for the the later ones, the Air, the MacBook with the 13-inch. Most of the features are same, but the difference will be in the processor and the storage. You might have to compromise on those things, but overall a Mac is worth the buy. And that's one of the major things that you find in a Mac and not in a Windows. In a Windows, the complete system does not, the system has its own different features like the Microsoft Office and all. It's all installed, sometimes pre-installed, sometimes you have to pay for it. But the Mac gives you a complete understanding of all these features which are to be inside a system. So example, when you buy a car, you get all the seats with it, right? The steering wheel, you do not sell it separately. So the Mac provides that kind of feeling. If you want to do a recording, you have the GarageBand. You want to make a movie, you have the Final Cut Pro for editing. You want to make a PowerPoint, Excel, all this spreadsheet, all those are packed in this. So a user might not want to spend extra and get all the features again. Although Mac requires subscriptions for all these. And my personal views on how this is a good method or a fine method for utilizing data properly is the iCloud. I also specified in the video about the iCloud is a great thing that Apple provides because of its, although it's monthly subscription, we get to store our data in the cloud, keeping it more secure and more private rather than having it in the system. And God forbid if we have a crash in the system, all the data is misplaced. So the iCloud provides more data privacy and security and keeps the data safe. So these are the main things that I wanted to ponder over on this Mac. Now, in the couple of things that I said about the storage and other things, this variant has 512 GB and 16-inch of storage. And it's a major, I should not say the most high-end, it's just one step down to the i9 processor. This is an i7 processor with all the features just replicated except the processor and the storage. So the major features that are compared to the previous generations are the trackpad, the specified escape button, the 720 pixels camera, the front-facing camera, and the beautiful Magic Keyboard. I mean, from the butterfly keyboard to the new gen, I mean, this is my first MacBook, but on the reviews and my friends who use it, I've heard that although butterfly keyboard was an amazing keyboard to work on, but the Magic Keyboard overtakes it by the smoothness and the softness of the keys. So these are the major upgrades, and the most biggest thing is that MacBook had been a 15-inch display, but this 2019 model has a 16-inch display. Although I am doing this review in a year difference, but it's still worth the buy. Even if you're looking for a MacBook now, it is completely worth the buy. Even today, it is worth every penny that you buy, and you use it, you understand the complete user interface. So that's all for what I personally feel about the system and how easy it is. And one major thing is that the way I'm holding it, right? So it is pretty slim and sleek and thin. Now compared to a Windows device, this is one of the most, I'll just tell you about this also. The Asus VivoBook. So this is the one that I've been using for a couple of days, but I had an upgrade to this one. So although this is a slim and a calm design, the MacBook is even more better with the the complete metal overlook, outside, inside, out. It gives a complete premium feel, and that sleek design. Oh my God, it's even better to hold it in the hand. I also want to specify about 3 things on the Mac. It has 4 USB-C type ports. I've told about that, and 3.5mm jacks. You have the fans here. I mean, me using it for a couple of days, I understood that Mac gets hot really. I mean, not a bad thing, but certainly it is to be looked for. When you're using heavy intensity applications, it tends to use the entire processing speed and makes the Macs get hot. So that is not a problem to face, as the previous gens had a major downfall for the heating issue. But this system does not have as much as the older previous generations, but it is more advanced and more calmer, and the fans are even silent, I should say, compared to the others. Even in Windows, we have different varieties and styles of it, but also these devices also get hot, and comparatively to this, the fan only runs when the system goes up to a unbearable heating issue. But Windows keeps the fan running on. So that is one thing that is, I should say it's better on the Windows than the Mac. And to completely wrap up about what I feel about this system is this system is sleek and fine. The Mac is sleek and fine for any user, be a student, a developer, a business person, anybody who you are. It is amazing to use, and if at all you're going for a complete new look, a new way of handling the laptops, I should say that even if you are from a Windows background, you must upgrade to this. I mean, it is worth the buy. It is amazing to use, and you have a complete new feel of approaching to a laptop. And Windows users who are upgrading, it's the best option. You have to go, and you should buy it if you've decided to buy the MacBook. Even Windows provides a better upgrades on these latest ones that's come out on in these years. But if you're looking for a Mac, go for this. This is the best in the market, and amazing to feel, amazing to hold, and every moment that I spend with the device is it's beautiful. So seen the unboxing and had a understandable review of the unit. Now it's been a great help for me throughout my working. Even editing this video, I used this device. So it was pretty nice for me to hand over, as I was a Windows user and moving on to Mac. So it was a pretty good, it was a difficult step in or step up from Windows, but then I felt a really smooth interface and everything. The learning takes a lot of time, as all the history that I have is from a Windows device, and to Mac it's a great upgrade. Now if you really want to go and buy the same device, I have the link in the description. And also I like everybody to please do subscribe to the channel, and a shout out to Santosh for helping me with the channel. And catch you in the next one. Bye.